Hi, I'm Charlie from cookingsecretsformen.com. Today we're going to get ready for St. Patrick's Day. We're going to have a full Irish menu, starting with corned beef that we're going to cook in the oven with some roasted carrots and onions, and some Irish soda bread. So, I'm not a baker and I'm not making Irish soda bread today, but if you check out my good friend Susan Keefe over at rhubarbandcod.com, she's got a killer Irish soda bread recipe you can try. And we're going to show you how to make Colcannon. It's an Irish dish, combines cabbage with mashed potatoes, and we're going to show you the Cooking Secrets for Men way to make Colcannon. Pretty easy. There are many ways to cook corned beef. It's a tough cut of meat, so you have to cook it a long time to get it tender. You can boil it, roast it, smoke it, braise it, use a slow cooker, Instant Pot. Each way has its own distinctive taste. Roasting in the oven is best for me because you really don't do a lot with the corned beef. Just set the timer, get the right internal temperature, and then serve it with some great side dishes. So today, I usually have my lobster claw oven mitt. We're going to be using these from Grillaholics. They're barbecue oven mitts. They're heat resistant up to about 660 degrees Fahrenheit. And for my good friend John Shields and Paddy Joe, that's 350 degrees Celsius. They've got these little silicone dots on them that stop the heat from getting in and burning your fingers. They're very good if you need to use your fingers, which I will be using today. This is better for just grabbing something out of the oven. And I do like both, but we're going to give the Grillaholics a try today. Okay. And speaking of Paddy Joe, I want to give a St. Patrick's Day shout out to Patrick at Paddy Joe's Cooking on YouTube. He's in Australia, good friend of the dude, and has a great time making cooking videos. He's also got a Facebook page and an Instagram page under the same name. So check out Patrick at Paddy Joe's Cooking. You'll thank me later. And please check out our recipe website, cookingsecretsformen.com. We're proud that Cooking Secrets for Men has been ranked as one of the top 30 men's cooking websites on the internet. We just moved up to number 17, passing the great Alton Brown. He's busy making millions, so I doubt he really cares that I just passed him. So, happy St. Patrick's Day, and let's get cooking with our Irish meal. Aaron go bragh. So we're going to start our St. Patrick's Day meal working on our corned beef. So we have two corned beefs. They're both, one's a little under 2 pounds, one's a little over 2 pounds, so about 4 pounds in total. And the first thing you want to do is you want to get rid of big hunks of fat on top. This is called the fat cap here. And what I did was I got rid of a lot of the extraneous big hunks of fat, and you want to leave some because fat is flavor. You want to pat them dry. Now they're not going to look perfectly dry because corned beef is made by putting it in a salt solution, and it just retains water. So there's water all through it, which is another reason we won't be using a lot of salt. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our spice mixture. This is the mixture that comes in with the corned beef in the package. So we're going to put about a teaspoon each, except for the black pepper, we're going to put about a tablespoon. And we've got some thyme. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of that in. And then we've got some garlic powder from Penzeys Spices. I thank Penzeys for being a great local company. We use all their products all the time. As a matter of fact, let me show you. Let me open up our cabinet in here. All the different Penzeys spices in there. On the back rows, we just got Penzeys. So love Penzeys, great company, and we do support them. So now we're getting some onion powder, put that in, and about a teaspoon of paprika, again Penzeys. Alright, so we're going to mix this together, and this is what we're going to put on top of the corned beef. And you should get an instant read thermometer for when we take it out after the first 2 hours, so you can get the internal temperature. So we have our corned beef. We're just going to take and rub this in on the fat. Don't have to worry about the bottom. Now we're going to move over here to our baking pan, and since I'm having two pieces, I'm putting a grate in. That's why we're using a bigger pan, because I've got two. So this grate is going to keep the corned beef above, and we're going to put water in underneath. One corned beef in. Plain water. Fill that to not quite touching, but close to the grate. What that'll do is allow not only it to roast, but also steam. All right, now we're going to cover it with aluminum foil. We've preheated the oven to 325. You can read 100 recipes on the internet and get all kinds of different times, all kinds of different temperatures, different ways to cook. This seems to work for me. So we're going to cover. All right, now this is going to go in to our oven for 2 hours. And then after 2 hours, we'll take it out, we'll take the temperature, and figure out how much longer we have to do. While this is in the oven, I'll show you how to make Colcannon, the cooking secrets for men way. All right, so now we're going to move on to the Colcannon while the corned beef cooks in the oven. So Colcannon is very simple. It's cooked cabbage and mashed potatoes. So first we're going to deal with the cabbage. So I'm going to cut off the stem here. Let's get rid of that. And then we're going to cut it in half. All right. And you can see this core right here. We're going to cut that out at an angle on both. It'll come right out. Just comes right out. Discard. So these top leaves are a little wilted. We're going to discard those also. So all we're going to do is shred this with a knife. I'm just going to cut down. And all this will cook down once we put it in the pot. Second one, the same thing. Take this top layer off. Just slice down. And like that, we'll just cut it in half. All right. Dealer's choice on how you want to cook it. My favorite way gives it the most taste with a little butter. So you're going to turn on the heat. This is 4 tablespoons of butter. So let that melt. All right, we're going to put our cabbage in. Butter's melted. And this will melt down very quickly. We're going to add a little salt, pepper, garlic, which is actually in a smaller container from the Grillaholics SPG, something we like to use. Put some in here. We'll continue to stir this. While this is cooking, what we're going to do is tell you what the cooking secrets for men way is to make Colcannon. So you obviously can, if you want, peel some potatoes, boil them, let them cool, drain them, mash them. We don't do that. Since we're cooking secrets for men, uses Bob Evans. So my rule of thumb, very easily, if it's not the star of your dish, why are you wasting time on it? Once you put cabbage and salt and pepper and everything and butter, you cannot tell the difference. So we're going to put these in the microwave, and once the cabbage cooks down, we'll put it together. All right, as you can see, it's cooked down about half. Got a few more minutes to go. We're going to cover it so it'll steam as well as cook. All right, so that big pile of cabbage that was overflowing is now down about 2/3, and released a little bit of liquid down there, so it's perfect. So I know the purists out there say, oh my God, packaged mashed potatoes. You can't tell the difference, and this is not the star of the dish. The corned beef is. So we just put this in. All we're going to do is, turn the heat down a little bit, is just fold everything in. And what you have is a nice combination of soft mashed potatoes and cabbage that gives it a little bit of texture. It's got an interesting taste to it. We're also going to put in a little salt and pepper and top it with some butter. And towards the end when we serve, put on some green onions. So this is Colcannon. we are going to watch the corned beef, and once that's halfway done, take it out, take its temperature, and then put it back in. And as soon as everything is finished, we'll plate our meal and have a happy St. Patrick's Day. All right, it's been 2 hours, and one of the reasons you use these gloves, use your fingers. Thank the Grillaholics. All right, first we're going to test it. See if it does not go in very easily. So that means it still needs more time. So what we're going to do is put it back in, and we're going to turn down the temperature and let it cook a little slower and check the temperature in about 45 minutes. All right, so we took the 2 corned beefs out, and we're going to let them rest before we cut them. When we cut them, we're going to serve a plate with some Colcannon, some Irish soda bread, and some roasted carrots and onions. But I do have to ask, so all you barbecue guys out there, Kevin from Man Kitchen Recipes, and Craig from Behind the Garage Barbecue, John, Salt and Pepper Fire, Chris Hansen, Joe Lilly, Barbecue Riot, Ron, Four Seasons Barbecue. What do you guys do for hours while this stuff is cooking? I mean, I'm used to half-hour, 20-minute meals, bang, bang. You know, don't have time to do anything. I'm just sitting, waiting. What do you guys do? Let me know. Anyway, we will back to serve it up. All right, so we've let it rest a little bit. We're going to cut against the grain. Look at that. That is just fabulous. All right. All right, so we're going to plate our meal. We're going to put our corned beef right over here, nice and tender. And we've got some Irish soda bread. I'm not making it. If you'd like to, check out Susan Keefe on rhubarb and cod. All right, we've got some roasted carrots and onions. Alrighty. And then a nice helping of Colcannon. This is our cabbage and mashed potatoes together. We're going to top with some green onions. I need a little butter here on the Irish soda bread. Just a tad here in the middle of the Colcannon. And there you have it. It's our St. Patrick's Day meal. Some beautiful corned beef, Irish soda bread, Colcannon, roasted vegetables. This happens to be carrots and onions. What a great meal this is going to be. I did want to mention that there's several things you can serve with your corned beef. Got whole grain mustard. Use any kind of mustard. This is prepared horseradish. Some people prefer a horseradish sauce. This is Wober's. Really like it. So really do appreciate everyone taking the time. This has been a lot of fun. And I do want to ask the barbecue guys, what do you do for 3 or 4 hours while your food is cooking? I was kind of at a loss here. I did my taxes, washed the car, and I cleaned out a closet. Just wondered what you guys do. So anyway, please check in with Paddy Joe and Paddy Joe's Cooking. Wish him a happy St. Patrick's Day. Please check out our website, cookingsecretsformen.com. Please subscribe. Please comment and like our videos. We always appreciate the support. And as always, thanks for watching. Alright. Fix my beads. I think we're ready to go. 1, 2, 3.